Little game James Harden has produced a masterclass on choking and underwhelming playoff performances throughout his otherwise Hall of Fame career. Just when it looked like Harden was turning over a new leaf in these playoffs, he's back! So let's dig in and take a look at Little Game Jim's minuscule playoff exploits. Yo, what's up guys, and welcome into the channel. If you enjoy the video, please consider clicking that subscribe button below. Now let's get into it. And James Harden is undeniably an all-time great player, as he has won a league MVP and finished runner-up 3 other times. He's so good that it is entirely unacceptable when reviewing his playoff failures. Harden has played with some stacked rosters in his time, from Durant and Westbrook in OKC to Chris Paul in Houston, then Westbrook in Houston, Durant and Kyrie, however briefly, in Brooklyn, and now with Joel Embiid in Philly. Yet Harden has yet to win a championship. Not only that, but he has some high-profile failures. The only thing Little Game James likes more than throwing up all over himself in the postseason is, well, you know, and he began at an early age in his first and only NBA Finals appearance. The year was 2011-2012. The Oklahoma City Thunder had the 3rd best record in the league and were facing the LeBron, Wade, and Bosh Miami Heat in the finals. And yes, the Thunder were young and Harden was young, but he was 6th man of the year that season for the Thunder and averaging 17 points per game on 49% shooting from the field. The Thunder actually took a 1-0 lead in this series, and you can make a case that Durant and Westbrook actually outplayed LeBron and Wade in that entire series, as Durant and Russ dropped 30 and 27 per game respectively. But the Thunder could not overcome the bummishness of Little Game James, who averaged just 12 points for the series on 37% shooting. He would go on to have a myriad of other high-profile struggles in the playoffs throughout his career in Houston. Whether it be the time he crapped his pants in a 2015 elimination game in the Western Conference Finals, and he shot 2 of 11 from the field for the game while committing 12 turnovers, or his pathetic 5 for 21 shooting performance in Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals in 2018, a game that included a historic 0 for 11 from the three-point line. But perhaps his magnum opus of chokes was the 2018 West Finals against the juggernaut Kevin Durant Warriors. The Rockets had the Warriors reeling in Game 7 and were actually up 11 at home in Houston. The Warriors team that would go on to sweep LeBron in the finals that same year was on the ropes and looking beaten by, of all people, James Harden, until Little Game James came out of the locker room up 11. The Warriors hit the Rockets with a 33-15 third quarter flurry. In the quarter, Jim Harden was 2 for 7 for 6 points. Overall for the game, he shot just 12 of 29 from the field and 2 for 13 from 3. He would get a scenery change moving to Philadelphia and teaming up with eventual league MVP Joel Embiid. But the change of venue would not cure Harden of his proclivity to pissing down his leg in the playoffs. In a 2022 Game 6 home elimination game against the Heat, Harden played 42 minutes and scored just 11 points on 4 of 9 shooting, as Philly was sent home early. It looked like he was set to redeem himself this season after massive games in the semifinals against Boston, leading the Sixers to a surprise Game 1 win on the road without Joel Embiid, dropping 45 points on a blistering 7 of 14 from the 3. He then came up big again in Game 4, hitting the game-winning shot in overtime to even the series at 2-2. He then had a nice little game in Game 5 to help the Sixers take a 3-2 lead and set up a home Game 6 to seal the series. But just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, Philly fan, Little Game James got you again, coming up predictably tiny with 13 points on 4 of 16 shooting, 0 of 6 from 3, and registering a team worst, minus 10 plus minus. Woof, Philly fan, woof. Luckily for you and him, he still has one game left in this series to redeem himself. But if the past can serve as any indications, I wouldn't be betting on it.